In this video I'm going to show you how to cut down a door that is too tall for the opening. You may have put in some new flooring or something, or you want to put a rug down and the door is hitting and you just need to shave a little bit off. It's a pretty simple job. Most homeowners can tackle. Don't need a lot of tools. You're going to need a skill saw now, or a circular saw. Skill saw is a brand, and you want to make sure you have a nice blade on here. I've got a blade with lots of teeth on it and it's nice and sharp. You don't want to use the blade that usually comes in your circular saw because it's got like 4 teeth on it and it's not great for cutting doors down. You'll blow everything out, or if you've been building a bunch of decks or whatever, make sure you get yourself a nice new blade. You're gonna need a straight edge. This is a nice one. It just clamps on. The problem with this guy is you have to do the math for the allowance for the fence on the saw. Try to avoid doing math because that's how mistakes happen. So the best option I find is making one of these jigs, or you can buy a track saw, which is crazy expensive. So one of these jigs is nice and cheap. This way the saw sits on here perfectly and you don't have to do any math. You just make your line and a couple lines and line it up. This also is very nice because it helps with tear out on the saw. So if you have a nice sharp blade and you use a jig, you should have a nice clean cut. You just need to break the edges when you're done and you're good to install your door. First thing is measure out the height of the door. This one I want at 79 1/4. 79 1/4. Since I'm only taking off about 3/4 of an inch, I should be good. This is a hollow door and there's a block in the bottom of it. If you cut too far into the door, it's just going to be hollow and you're not going to have a block in the bottom. So what you need to do is cut down this block and reinsert it with some glue into the bottom of the door so that the door doesn't warp or anything like that. Now I don't have to worry about this. I'm just going to cut it right off, and once it's cut off, you need to seal the bottom of the door, especially if you're in a basement, because the moisture will go into the door and cause warping. I'll get my jig on, clamp it down. This part's a little bit too thin, but I just used some scrap wood. Normally you want this a little bit bigger so your clamps are a little bit more out of the way. Now I just double check. So a light 3/4. Tap that one over a little bit. My line disappeared. Just double check here. 79 1/4. Okay, make sure you have the bottom of the door. Everything's good. Okay, here goes nothing. And just take your time and cut it out. There we go. Nice and square and clean. Yeah, just a little bit chippy. I'm going to take some sandpaper and clean that up.